So I'm going to do some examples quickly of finding the area of a circle. So if you remember the formula for the area, it's radius times pi, which is 3.14. So they sometimes use the little thing that looks like a weird T with two parts sticking out of it. You can use that or the number 3.14. So they want us to find the area of the circle. They want us to use 22/7, the fraction, but like I said, that's very, very uncommon. So I'm just going to have you do it the regular way with this formula. So the formula is radius times pi. And we have a radius. It's only going halfway through the circle. So we're doing 7 times 3.14. 7 times 7 is 49. So I'm doing 49 times 3.14. So whatever I get when I do this, radius times pi, that's the area of my circle. So 9 times 4 is 36, carry the 3. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 3 is 12, carry the 1. 9 times 3 is 27, plus 1 is 28. Start with a 0, cross out what I carried here. So start with a 0. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 4 times 3 is 12. Add my rows together, I get 6, 8, 13, 5, and 1. There are 2 numbers to the right of my decimal, so I need 2 numbers to the right in my final answer. So 153.86 centimeters squared. So I want you to try the bottom one. Now with the bottom one, they're giving you the diameter, remember, and you need the radius, which is half of that. So you got to figure out what half of 26 is first, so you can get your radius. Once you have your radius times 3.14. Okay, so pause and see if you can figure out that one. Here is a similar one, so I want you to pause and try this one as well. Draw a circle, draw a radius of 6 feet. That's what you actually want, the radius. So do radius times pi. So pause and try this one as well. For this problem, it says you want to find the distance the monster truck travels when the tires make one 360-degree rotation. Which best describes this distance? So think of the bottom of the tire. It spins one whole time. They want to know which one of these best describes this distance. So basically, that's finding the distance around the circle. So if you can remember what the distance around a circle is called, that would be C, the circumference. Okay, let's take a look at another one. It says that the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago boasted the first ever Ferris wheel with a diameter of 250 feet. How far did a person travel in one revolution of the wheel? That means when you got on the Ferris wheel and spun around once, how far did you go? So they're asking you to solve it, but we're not actually going to solve it. I just want to see if you know what you're looking for. Would that be area or circumference? So pause and write what you think that would be, area or circumference. Here's one final one where I want to see if you can figure this out. So you're going to pause this one too. It says you want to find the height of one of the tires. Which measurement would best describe the height? So basically from the ground through the center to the top, what measurement is that? So pause and write down what measurement that would be. Now we're going to do semicircles. This is a half circle. So for this one, they're giving you a distance from the top through the center all the way to the bottom. So that's the diameter. We don't want the diameter for the area. We want the radius. So if the diameter is 30, half of it is 15. So we want a radius, which is 15. So first we want to do, oh, that's what's showing here. Okay, so now we want to do the formula. So it's pi r squared, which is radius times pi. And the dividing it by 2 is because it's half of a circle. So they're doing 3.14 times 15 times 15. Again, 15 is the radius. They're doing, so 15 times 15 is 225 times pi. Final step is you divide it by 2, and that's only because it's half of a circle. So the area is 353.25 square feet. So this is going to be your last one. I want to see if you can find the area of a semicircle. It's already giving you the radius, so that helps you out. So you're going to do radius times pi, and then divide it by 2 because it's a half circle. So pause and try that final one.